This is Henares making your day with part 3 of a book I wrote on the destiny of the Filipino people. Subject: Revolution is necessary. We may be zero, zilch, nothing in the eyes of the Americans of low IQ and their surrogates in the Makati Business Club. But there are seeds of greatness in the Filipino people. We are the latest of the long line of torchbearers of civilization, from Egypt to Greece to Rome, through all of Europe to Spain and England, and thence from Spain across the Atlantic to South and Central America, and across the Pacific to the Philippines, and in another line from England to the United States, again to the Philippines. So the torch of greatness on two roads of destiny co-joined in this, our land of the morning, the Philippines. We are the most unique people in the world. We are Asians with funny Spanish names. We are part of the Hispanic world, yet we speak no Spanish. We are part of the English-speaking world, but we are brown, not white. We are everywhere, in North and South America, in Africa, in Europe, in the Middle East, in the rest of Asia. We are part of the many, yet apart from all. We are the first citizens of the world. In a world unwilling to accept the leadership of the white minority, the Philippines can conceivably be the great nation on the face of the earth. So into the crucible with you all, God is making the master of the next century. Whatever happens, there is the coming of the information age, which makes its own impact on the future of the world, heralding the end of capitalism and the end of communism, and ushering into being a new economics of caring and sharing. An age of unlimited abundance for the human race. It is really very hard to imagine how a revolution can bring about a profound change in the destiny of the Filipino people. One scenario we may project is that might have happened when the American embassy, the military, the militant left, and the nationalists, in an unlikely convergence of forces during the time of Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, attempted a coup d'etat that fizzled out when the Time magazine reporter Nelly Sendayan jumped the gun during the meeting at the residence of Piping Cojuangco, presided by Pastor Boy Saicon. More about this after these messages. This is Henares making your day with part 3 of a book I wrote on the destiny of the Filipino people. Subject: Revolution is necessary. Let us start with an exposition of the purpose of the coup d'etat with a reading of a book by Arthur Schlesinger entitled Bitter Heritage. There is a big faction within the American Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, that believed with Schlesinger that the Vietnam policy of the United States was an utter failure. It was not Vietnamese communism that beat the United States. It was Vietnamese nationalism that did. No such thing as a domino theory governing the fight against communism. The loss of Vietnam did not result in the expansion of Chinese communism. There is no greater enemy of China than the present Vietnamese government, who, with the help of Taiwanese, Japanese, and American investments, without the help of the IMF and the World Bank, and repudiating the global economy of the World Trade Organization, has become the new economic tiger of Asia, with a growth rate of 9% a year and reducing poverty by half in a short period of 10 years. The United States has always feared the expansion of Chinese influence not only through Hong Kong and Taiwan, but also the economic influence of its overseas Chinese. In Singapore, where the population is 90% Chinese, in Malaysia, where the Chinese comprise 40% of the population, and in the neighboring countries such as the Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, and Vietnam, where a Chinese minority control the national economy. Schlesinger says that the Philippines is hopeless as an American ally. Being weak and dependent, it cannot be depended upon. It is a puppet government that does not command the respect and the loyalty of its own people. A government that is corrupt and hopelessly weak, and its people too poor, too weak, too ungovernable. Schlesinger says that the United States must surround China not with military bases granted by puppet governments, but by strong nationalistic governments, whether communistic or not, like Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore, and Malaysia, which will restore the national discipline needed to prosper and be strong enough to resist Chinese pressure. More tomorrow, my dear friends. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.